Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron and I'm a plumber from the UK. I am currently in the process of moving to Adelaide in South Australia. Now, just so you know, my wife and I have done this entire process ourselves without using an immigration agent. So everything from paperwork to assessments to visa applications, we've handled it on our own. So everything I'm sharing in this video and in the series is based on our personal experience of doing it ourselves. Today's video is all about the skills assessment process with Vetassess, what it involves, the documents you need, and my full personal timeline from start to finish. So, what is a skills assessment? Before you can apply for a visa to work as a plumber in Australia, you've got to prove that your skills match Aussie standards. So for plumbers, that means going through a skills assessment, and I'm assuming with other trades that's how it, you'd have to go through a similar process. So I done my skills assessment through Vetassess. There are others, but mine was through Vetassess. It's a 3-part process. So you have document assessment, so you send in your qualifications, your work history and references. Your technical interview, so it's a video call with an assessor, so they just test your plumbing knowledge. And a practical assessment, a hands-on test in a workshop to show you can actually do your job. My Vetassess timeline, documents and costs. Now, let's get into my actual timeline so you've got a real example to go off. So I submitted my document application on the 24th of September 2023. I had to gather quite a bit of paperwork, so I submitted my NVQ level 2 and 3 plumbing certificates, a P60 for every year I've worked as a plumber, 3 pay slips per year, start, middle and end, short course qualifications, so that things like working at heights, fire safety, asbestos awareness, very important, a valid first aid certificate. You will not pass without this, so just make sure you've got one of them. Employer statements for every plumbing job you've done. So Vetassess will give you a template, so you just give that to your employer and they can fill it out and you're away to go. And just a few photos of your work just to back things up. Reminder, make sure your first aid certificate is renewed or you get your first aid certificate, because you will not pass without this. How much did it cost me? Once everything was sent off and paid for, here's what the Vetassess side of things cost me. Documentary evidence assessment cost me 1,120 Australian dollars. Technical interview cost me 2,000 Australian dollars, and the practical assessment cost me 2,200 Australian dollars. So for the total cost of Vetassess, that was 5,320 Australian dollars. So my practical was held up in Burnley, so I had to factor that into my costs. So I had to travel up, pay for a hotel and fuel. So it's not just the Vetassess fees you need to consider. So just keep that in mind when you are planning to do it. My documents were approved on the 3rd of November 2023. Vetassess confirmed everything was good, so I could go ahead and book my technical interview. So I booked my technical interview 8th of December 2023. I booked this as soon as I could. As soon as I found out my documents were approved, I booked it in straight away. So the technical interview was about a 45-minute video call with a plumbing assessor, and they just cover different plumbing protocols and scenarios and stuff like that. So just make sure you read up on your Australian plumbing regs and safety practices. They don't expect you to know the whole book, but you'll need a solid understanding of how to work safely and how things go over there. So I got my successful outcome for the technical interview on the 11th of December, so very quick. And I booked in my practical for the 17th of January. So I booked that in because the slots go very quickly, so make sure once you've got your successful outcome, book it as soon as you can, because they do fill up. I received my successful outcome on the 28th of January 2024, so that meant I can go on and start the visa process. The assessment itself is not a stressful environment. It's quite chilled, but it's in a college plumbing workshop kind of thing. It was a full day assessment, so definitely brush up on your like basic practical skills beforehand, especially if it's been a while since you've done things. I will be making a video on a bit more in depth of how the actual practical goes. How long did it all take? So yeah, that's the skills assessment process and my personal timeline with Vetassess as a plumber moving to Australia. If you found this useful, hit that like and subscribe button for the next video, where I'll be like going a bit more in depth for the practical assessment. Cheers for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.